It's now time for Energy Insights, where you get an inside view and local perspective of all the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley. This program is brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association and can be heard every Saturday on WMOA AM 1490, FM 101.3, JAWS Country FM 100.9, and ESPN Radio AM 630 and FM 92.9. Here's Johnny Wharf, your local host.
Energy Insights on a Saturday morning. Johnny Wharf along with Gordie Deer, BD Oil Company. Maybe for our listeners, give us a little background on the company and what you do.
Okay, well, our company was started in 1993 by my father. I grew up in the oil field. He has been a crude oil purchaser and hauler. He was actually a crude oil driver with Ashland Oil back in the 70s and 80s, and then became a crude buyer. Ashland Oil moved out of this area, and he started BD Oil Gathering in 1993. So this year coming up will be our 30th anniversary. But we purchase and haul crude oil from the leases, and we also contract haul for some companies like Ergon and Chevron and some other people. You probably wouldn't know their names, but anyway. So we're mainly in the transportation business.
All right. Gordie Deer is our guest. Energy Insights is the program just to get a little smarter about the oil and gas industry. So this is a big ball of a question I'll throw at you. You can go any way you want with it. But if you were to look back at the last 5 years and then look at 2022, just kind of a difference in your business, good, bad, indifferent, and in terms of productivity, I guess.
Well, we've over the past 5 years, probably closer to 8 years, we've experienced some explosive growth in the number of trucks. I never thought we'd have the number of trucks or employees that we have now. Of course, the previous administration was a little bit more bent towards the energy industry, and the shale drilling was booming, and so there was a lot of product. Of course, the prices have gone up, and I've been a little surprised that the drilling has not increased that much, and I think a lot of that might have to do with the climate of the present administration and government regulations that might be holding back a little bit because it's just not. We're not. I don't want to offend anybody, but
oil gas friendly as it relates.
We are not. We're just in a non-oil and gas friendly atmosphere, and it is surprising. I think a lot of it might be. We need to do some more education because there's so many more things that oil and gas produce than just gasoline for your car and diesel for your truck. I mean, from crayons to makeup to shoes and clothes and medicine and Vaseline. I mean, there's so many things that we use every day that come from oil and gas, and the public needs to know that. That this is something that we need,
right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we can replace all. We can go completely green and still exist and have the lifestyle or the level of lifestyle that we have right now. So I hope the regulatory climate changes to where it is a little more oil and gas friendly. I know. Just over the years, I grew up in Marietta, graduated Marietta High School, went to Marietta College. I'm a petroleum engineer. I've lived here all my life, and I've seen over the years how things have changed, and they really have changed for the better. I mean, from the safety aspects, from the cleanliness aspects of how the oil and gas industry has changed to meet the EPA requirements and how clean things operate now. Really pleased with our industry and how it has changed over the years. I mean, and so the stigma or stereotypes that some people have about oil and gas people is you're really not what you think. we still have I think the stigma that the way things were in the 70s, and that's not really the same people that are in the oil and gas industry that you're dealing with in 2022.
Yeah, good information, and we talked to Dr. Bob Chase last week, and he kind of went down the same train in terms of, well, let's hope it doesn't get really bad before people realize how good they have it, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
The thing that is concerning to me, of course, this year we've faced, from a trucking aspect, we've faced $6 plus diesel fuel prices, which has really put a strain on the bottom line and cash flow and those kind of things. But we really haven't experienced a real bad winter for quite a while, and the way the oil in storage, the natural gas in storage that we see right now, if we would experience a really bad winter, and with Russia, their products, their oil and gas not really being on the market in Europe, but it could be really ugly if we have a bad winter, as far as how much you're going to have to pay to heat your house, run your car, and those kinds of things.
I'd like to run down that trail on another show with you, if you would so oblige. And this is Gordie Deer. He's with BD Oil Company here locally, and our program is Energy Insights, brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association. We thank Gordie for joining us. Till next week, have a good day.
Thank you for listening to Energy Insights, brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association. Tune in every Saturday morning on WMOA Local Radio, JAWS Country, and ESPN Radio, as Johnny Wharf brings you your local and inside perspectives going on in the oil and gas industry right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley.